No prisons, no police. Illegal aliens can vote. They want to eliminate the Supreme Court. They want to eliminate the Senate. They want to completely rip up and redo the United States Constitution. And it applies right here in the 956. So everybody, all of you young people, please open your eyes. Welcome back to the show. Democratic Socialism. What is it? It's all we see on the news. We see these candidates coming out of New York State, New York City, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Denver. It's spreading. And what is it? So there's been so much discussion, social media and the news and the things we read. And people speak of fascism. They throw these terms around loosely. Or communism or socialism or capitalism. And within each party, the different factions within the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. And then the old school traditional Democrats, and now the rise of the Democratic Socialists. And they've put out their platform this week. And so this is the purpose of the show. I wanted to talk of their platform and some outrageous things, in my opinion. And they put pen to paper on these matters. No prisons, no police. Illegal aliens can vote. They want to eliminate the Supreme Court. They want to eliminate the Senate. They want to completely rip up and redo the United States Constitution. And start from the beginning and start a new constitution. And no more equal branches of government. We know the branches of government to be the executive, the presidency, and the legislative, which is the Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate, and the judicial, which are the federal courts, all the way up to the Supreme Court. We know this to be true. And each branch is equal, the three branches of government. They want to upend that, and they want the presidency to be subservient to the Congress. They want the courts to be subservient to the Congress. Lesser than, lower than, beneath. That's what they want. And clearly, they want to pack the Congress with other fellow Democrat socialists. So it's just a flat out rejection. And I want to speak to that and to the Democrats out there. I'm seeing your own leaders, Van Jones, Rahm Emanuel, James Carville, I would say the adults in the room. People on CNN, this is not Fox News, CNN. They're speaking out and saying, is it good what is happening to the Democrat Party?
But to have somebody who, their main qualification for being in our party is they were celebrating after October 8th the murder of innocent Israelis, to have somebody in our party get the nomination whose main qualification is saying that there should be no police, no prisons, Israel shouldn't exist. It's a red flashing light.
That they're being overrun and taken over by these Democratic Socialists. Is it a good thing? Because if you disagree, regret to inform you fellow Democrats, if you disagree with the Democratic Socialists, you will be primaried so that you are forced into submission. This is the game. And so how is this good for the country? Even the leadership within the Democrat Party knows this to be bad. It has no path going forward to win in November. And this may work in some March primaries, and this may work in some runoff races, but this is not a path forward for the future of the country. And we see this. It's not the first time I've seen this. We see the rise of socialism, and we see the rise of free this and free that. Rent fixes happening in New York. Free groceries happening in New York. Someone's got to pay for it. We see this every 20 years or so. So I've seen it a couple of times in my life. Mama, one more. This is truly a generational discussion. And so every 20 years or so, this comes up. And the only thing that stops it, the only thing that stops this rise, take the average Democratic Socialist. The average one is white, the average one is female, and the average one has a college education. Take the average Democratic Socialist. The only thing that stops this mentality, this twisted backwards mentality, is when she receives her paycheck, her first paycheck, after busting her ass all the way through college to get that great job. When she receives her first paycheck, and it's cut in half. It's half of the work that she did, and it's half of the value of the work, and they've taken half away. You start becoming more and more conservative, and you start getting away from this idea of socialism and all of this utopia and all of this free shit. Someone's got to pay for it. That is the only thing that stops it. And so there are ebbs and flows of this, and right now we are clearly on an upswing of socialism. And so there's no path forward. And so here in the locally, in the 956, you might think, oh, this is New York. You might think this is on the West Coast. This is East Coast. You might think this is San Francisco and Portland. Democrats here locally. There is a rise of this, of democratic socialism. There is a rise of this anti-Israel discussion. I see it in my comments over and over. Do you support Israel? As if I'm going to be ashamed. Yes, I do. And this is more of a biblical discussion in my mind. There's so many young people that have a disdain for Israel that they see from TikTok. And this is how they learn things. And so I don't know if this is just an algorithm designed for unrest, but yeah, I just flat reject these discussions. I'm not going to be ashamed to say, yes, I do support Israel. I do support Jerusalem. This is a holy land. This is the mother of Christianity, the mother of Judaism, the mother of Islam. This area is a holy discussion. Yes, I do. And it also happens to be a democracy and an ally to the United States. Yes. So I just kind of reject these things. I'm not going to do TikTok fights, but this is the only thing that blunts and stops these things is when these so-called democratic socialists grow up. They will realize that everything that Mayor Mamdani said is false. It's a whole bunch of BS. Mayor, just a little bit of advice. Why don't you just fill the potholes in New York City rather than getting into global discussions or discussions of national policy? Be a mayor of a city, please, and just leave it at that. Okay. Just a little chat GPT research of what the mayor of New York City does. Run your city services efficiently, please. Fill the potholes, please. Pay the police and the fire and the EMS guys and ladies. Please do those things. Step away from national policy. Step away from global discussions. We don't need you for that. Be a mayor. Kind of stay in your lane. My little advice to you, Mayor Mamdani. And so this kind of raises the issue of, I just wish these people could see what's going on. I always like to make the connection of some music to the discussion and the event going on. So the latest banger, I think I wish these people would just open their eyes. My question to them is, can't you see? And it reminds me of a great song, 1973, the Marshall Tucker Band. 73 was a good year. Somebody was born in 73. And can't you see? The discussion in that song had more to do with a woman. Can't you see? You people grow up, please. Democratic Socialists, even you guys will grow up. Please come and join the common sense conservatives. There are a lot of us. I think we're the silent majority of the country. Can't you see? Marshall Tucker Band, 1973. It applies right now to New York and California, and it applies right here in the 956. So everybody, all of you young people, please open your eyes. Can't you see? Spin it.
Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? I'm gonna find me a hole in the wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and die.
You know, for years we've been asking young people to vote. Well, now young people are voting, and they're voting to abolish the police, abolish prisons, unlimited immigration, so no cops, no prisons, no borders, proving for sure that eating Tide Pods does cause brain damage. There's one candidate, she will be a congressperson from New York's 13th district, who the New York Times asked her if someone murders someone randomly, should they go to jail? Couldn't get her to say yes for that. She says no more police ever, at all, ever. She says our veterans are war criminals. She said fuck Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is a rapist.
Can't you see?